Hi everybody, and welcome to our little Office 365 tutorial, live in front of a studio audience. Okay, the good news is the county has informed me that they are pretty sure that they have resolved our Office 365 issues, and we should now be able to use these at home, and this is awesome news. What I want to do today is to get you to log in and test and see if this does in fact work. So we're going to be kind of systematic about this and go in steps. So the first thing we're going to do is just simply open OneNote and try to log in through your home internet. To do that, you're going to see a little yellow bar at the top, and it's going to say sync error, and in the corner it's going to say sign in. The kids know this all too well. Hit the sign in button. Your login is your first name, your student's first name, dot last name, at students at k12.org. Your password is their number, or it's something other than their student number if they've had to have their password reset, and we've got one or two that have had that. So try that first. If it logs in, if it syncs, life is really happy, and you don't need to do anything else other than log into Word, sign in, log into PowerPoint, sign in, log into OneDrive, sign in, log into Excel, and sign in, and everything should be grand and hunky-dory. If it doesn't work, well, we've got a couple of more steps to do, and we're going to talk about those steps right now. So, if it works, you can stop watching, you're done, you don't need to do anything else. If it's not working, it's not logging in, it means because there's something caught up in the buffer, and we need to clear all of that out and start all over again. So what we're going to do is delete. I know, right? So what you're going to do is open wherever you have your, and I'm going to make sure you can we see okay? Okay. We're going to log into, or rather open up your menu to wherever you have your app button stored. And you're going to hold your finger down for just a second. And that's going to pull up the little X's, and all the icons are going to jitter. Okay? So you hit the X, and it's going to say delete OneNote. And you're going to delete OneNote. And you're going to do the same for OneDrive, Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Okay? Then you're going to log into the iTunes Store, and you are simply going to re-download these apps, and then we will log in from there. So hit pause right now, delete your OneNote apps, your Office 365 apps, go to the iTunes store, download them, and then start the video when you're ready to continue. Okay, now that we've downloaded everything, and yeah, it took a little while. Everybody went to specials. Sorry, we kind of lost our studio audience. But nonetheless, everything's been downloaded now, and you are now ready to begin what we call the handshake step of the program. What a handshake essentially is introducing your iPad to the cloud and connecting them through the app and through the Microsoft website. And this authorizes your iPad to talk to the cloud and the cloud to talk to your iPad in terms of everything related to your account. And they call this the handshake. So this is what we're going to do next. You've downloaded all your apps, and you are ready to begin. So what you're going to do is open Safari and go to portal.office.com. Now, if kids have done this right, they should already have that saved here in their favorites, and you can get to that by tapping, tapping in here on the menu bar, and then tapping right there on the shortcut, and that will bring them right to the Microsoft web page. Okay, if it's not already automatically logging in for you, your login here is your first name dot last name at students.cobb12.org. And I'm going to go ahead and log me in, and it should automatically redirect you through to the Cobb County webpage. Now, sometimes this is going to happen, and it is going to ask you to log in again. I might recommend to highlight and copy the email address, because you're going to be using it a few times through this process. And by highlighting and copying it, you can just paste it into the username bar, and that will save you a whole lot of time. So now we are logging in, and you're going to look like this. This is your welcome page. Glare. And here you have a listing of all the different apps that you have access to with your account. I have a few more, I think, than your students do. So the first thing we're going to do is open our OneDrive. And this is the one here that looks like the cloud. So we'll tap that, and that's going to open up glare. Okay, and you're going to see something similar to this. I have a lot more folders. I got a lot more stuff. Where you want to tap next is this little 3 bars in the corner, and this will pull up a side menu. Ta-da! And what you are looking for is the Shared with Me section. Okay, and under that section, you are going to see the Digital Classroom Notebook for 2016-2017. Tap that and open it. Okay, so now you've opened your OneNote notebook, and it's entitled Eichler's Digital Classroom 2016-17, something like that. And it's going to look something like this. It's going to pull you open to the top page. Okay. The next step we're going to want to do is right here in the middle, and it is going to be the Edit Notebook. So when you tap that, it's going to give you 2 options. You can either edit in Microsoft OneNote or edit in the browser. This is the handshake. We want to take the top option, which is edit in Microsoft OneNote. So tap that, and it's going to say open in OneNote, and you're going to say yes. And this is going to pull up your app, to which you're going to have to log in once again, because we love to log in. It's a good time. Now again, if you've copied your email address, this does get a lot easier. Okay, so it's going to pop up like this, and you're going to tap to get started. And it's going to say getting your notes ready, in theory. And it's spinning, and it's spinning, and it's not going to ask me to log in. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, no, it's not. Awesome. Now, there is a chance that this is not going to work at home. And sometimes this process requires us to log in through the county servers first, because talking to each other through the county server initially makes everything better. If this step doesn't work, do not panic. Instead, just stop, send it in to me on Monday morning with all the apps already loaded, and we will handshake again here through the county server, and everything should be okay. If this does work, and I'm hoping it should, and I think that it should, go ahead and continue then to open Word and PowerPoint and OneDrive and everything else. And once you open them, it's going to ask you just simply to log in, or it might automatically log you in all by itself. It can go, I'm sorry I can be so ambivalent here, but it can just kind of go any direction. So if for whatever reason this doesn't work, no panicking, no fear, send back in Monday morning, send me a note, and we will get the handshake done here at school through the county server, through the county Wi-Fi, and Al should be happy. In theory, everything's fixed, everything's groovy, and we just really can't thank our IT department enough for working on this and for getting all this resolved. They are really an awesome group of people, and we are very much indebted to them, so thank you all so much for that. One last note, and then I'll let you all go. It's going to take a minute for it to sync, and as you can see, it is saying here, syncing, glare. OneNote is syncing, it's backwards, I can't read it. OneNote is syncing changes. It's going to take a few minutes for it to download all the information, because we've got a lot of stuff in our notebook so far. So give it a few minutes to cook, and within about 5 minutes or so, you should have your Classroom Digital OneNote open and ready for business. Okay. One thing I want to mention here real quick is that if you've done syncing the notebook, but nothing is showing up, do not panic. Look at the very top bar. Is it your child's name at OneDrive? This is the default notebook, and as you may have noticed, there's nothing in there. So what you want to do is change your notebook over. These 3 little bars here, open your side menu. And the second choice should be the Digital Classroom Notebook. Tap that, and lo and behold, here's all your class notes and everything for school. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, if there's any problems, just drop me an email. We'll fix them on Monday. Everybody have a great weekend.